Hey guys, today I want to go ahead and talk about factoring. Not that hard, it's actually quite easy. A lot of students get confused with it, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce something called the X factor. You do have to know your factors pretty well, so I just start off with something basic. Now, factors here are the product. So two numbers or variables that are going to give me x squared. And in this case, you can write 1x and 1x because x times x is going to give you x squared. Okay, not 2x. X times x is x squared. On this side over here, we need factors of 3, but keep in mind that we are trying to get this middle term. Okay, so the factors of 3, I mean, pretty easy because it's prime. We're going to have 3 and 1, but I just want to go ahead and show you how this works out. Now we go ahead and multiply. So x or 1x times 1 is going to give me 1x. 1x times 3 is going to give me positive 3x. Now when we combine these, we're going to get 4x. And that's exactly what I wanted. I always want to try to get the middle term. Okay? So this works out very, very nicely. Let me go ahead and move it up for you. So my factors are going to be right here, right across. Okay, so my factors are x plus 3 because this is a positive. And then on the other side right here, x plus 1. So these would be your factors. Now, you can go ahead and do the FOIL method and go ahead and check your answer, and you will find that you get the same thing. Okay? So let's go ahead and do one more. Nice and easy here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do m squared plus 12m plus 32. Now the only tricky part is you're going to have to come up with the factors, because sometimes if you notice, you can have more than one. So for example, m squared, we know that it's m or 1m times 1m, so that's pretty simple. But now the factors of 32, now there's a lot of factors of 32. For example, 16 and 2. Okay, but if I go ahead and multiply this, let's try it out. 1m times 2 is going to give me 2m. 1m times 16, that's going to give me a positive 16. When I combine that, that's going to give me 18. But that's not what I want. I want 12. So in the beginning, it might be a little bit difficult, but as you get the hang of it, it becomes pretty easy. And you guys already figured it out. Factors of 32 are 8 and 4. And so when we check it, 1m times 4 is 4m. 1m times 8 is going to give you 8m. And then 4 plus 8 becomes our 12. And that's what we wanted. We wanted that middle term. So our factors become, let me move this up here, m plus 8, m plus 4. Okay? And those are your factors. Let's go ahead and do another one. Now those are trinomials. I just want to go ahead and show you one because some students get confused. Let me make some room here. X squared, let's do minus 16. Okay, and we call these perfect square binomials. These are perfect square binomials. Bi because it has two terms. And these are very, very easy. You'll be able to do them in your head after a while. And you notice that there is no middle term. Okay, so what is the middle term? Well, in the middle, you want to go ahead and try to get a 0. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our x. The factors of x squared are still x and x. That's very simple. Now, the factors of negative 16, remember there's a minus in front, so we need to use that negative. So we have 4 and 4. Now why 4 and 4? And let me make it more specific, negative 4. Because remember, there is no middle term here. It's 0. It's empty. So when I go ahead and multiply this out, x times negative 4 is negative 4x. X times positive 4, that's going to give me a positive 4x. So when I combine these two, I get a 0. And that's what I want, because there is no middle term. This eliminates itself. So now my factors are going to be x positive 4 and x minus 4. And these are your factors. We'll go ahead and do one more real quickly and make it simple. Sorry about that. Let's take an easy one. Let's do, I don't know, y squared minus, let's do 9. Makes it simple. Alright, our x factor. And factors of y squared, y and y. Factors of negative 9, positive 3, negative 3. Let's go ahead and check it out. Negative 3y, and then y times 3 becomes a positive 3y. When we combine that, it's going to give us 0. I mean, you could use 9 and 1, but then you're going to get a middle term. You don't want that. So our factors are going to be y plus 3 and y minus 3. And you probably already noticed that it's only going to work when it's a minus, because then the terms are going to eliminate themselves. So hopefully this helps. Very, very simple. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and talk about more factoring techniques.